Good, y'all? Welcome to the Z Podcast. When I say P, I mean profit. When I say S, I mean Sia. You dig what I'm saying, baby? Now let's keep it moving. Follow the feng shui. You dig it? Bienvenue in Podcast Z, man. I'm knocking the door behind you. Just knock on it. All right. Today we're gonna talk about um. Sorry about that, y'all. Today we're gonna talk about divine masculine and divine feminine. Right. A lot of us be having masculine spirits behind us, and a lot of us be having feminine spirits behind us. And based off of the spirits and what we got behind us, will let us know how we deal with both our masculine and feminine. We only are able, we only are able to work with what we know based off the information we are given. And sometimes that requires you, sometimes that requires you to be disciplined as far as masculine and feminine. Being masculine and feminine requires both discipline in both areas because you cannot have one without the other. You cannot have one without the other. You cannot neglect one without the other. You can try to be masculine in every situation, but being masculine in every situation is not going to get you nowhere. I'm going to be honest with you. Being masculine in every situation, honestly, is not going to do any justice for you other than make you feel less than as a person. Like, we think that we need to be strong in every situation, and that's not the case. We think we need to be tough in every situation, and that's not the case. We think we need to be feminine in every situation, and that's not the case. Truth be told, everything don't need you to be masculine. Sometimes you need to approach the situation from a feminine standpoint. Sometimes you need to approach the situation from a standpoint of being patient or addressing how you feel, or you know what I mean? Like, you cannot always just try to approach a situation and think that you're gonna be able to bulldoze your way into into uh, a situation. Like, you're not gonna be able to bulldoze your way through a situation, and that would be very masculine. Sometimes a dude who wants to get all the girls, you might need to be in tune with your femininity. You know what I mean? The dudes who are in tune with them feminine selves usually be the ones who attract most females. But when you a person when you a person who literally, you know what I mean, like, you think what you're doing is the correct way because, oh, I need to sacrifice sleep. I need to I need to be hard. I need to be tough. I need to be this. I need to be that. I need to be this way. I need to be that way. You know what I mean? Like, truth be told, none of that is really necessary. Sometimes you gotta be patient in a situation. Sometimes you gotta observe a situation for what it is before you make a judgment, because your judgment could be wrong. And from experience, I've tried to be in situations masculine and it didn't work. It didn't work. You know what I mean? It didn't work. Like, truth be told, it just it didn't work. When I tried to go in there and rush into a situation, that didn't work. When I tried to be overly feminine, you know what I mean? Like I could say from experience with being too emotional, making emotional decisions by quitting a job without really having real intel because it was not the best way or rational way to do it. When we don't fully be present with ourselves and our emotions, we make sloppy decisions, and we think that we think that we think that not being present with ourselves make us more feminine, or being present with your emotions make you less feminine. And truth be told, it's not about whether you're more feminine or more masculine. It's just about balance. You need to make sure you're balanced with your masculine self and balanced with your feminine self. Because if not, you're going to be neglected. You're going to be neglecting one side or the other. I went to jail before because I was neglecting my emotional self, and I'm not realizing how I'm trying to have somebody else give me emotions when I need to give myself emotions. I don't need permission to give myself emotions. You don't need permission to love on yourself. You don't need permission to be masculine. Some of us are afraid of being masculine. We're afraid of our own inner nature. We're afraid of the violence. We're afraid of the war. Literally, these things make up masculinity. War, violence, connection, teamwork, buildership. A lot of these men built a lot of these things here. Don't be afraid of who you internally are. Accept who you are and fully embrace it. Don't run from it. So, with that being said, um, welcome to the Z Podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube. And this is Planet Z Nation on TikTok.